We have some big news right now. A rift is emerging this evening between Maga and Trump, as Maga is not happy after Donald Trump, during a Laura Ingraham interview, said that America essentially doesn't have enough talented people for highly skilled jobs and is therefore embracing the H-1B visa program, which brings in foreigners to work highly skilled labor in the United States. And Laura Ingraham asks, well, we don't need folks from abroad. We have talented people here in the United States. And he goes, we don't have talented people. And she was kind of taken aback. She was shocked. She was like, what do you mean we don't have any talented people? He went on to explain the fact that we need people who can make batteries and stuff. And Americans simply are just not talented enough to do that. And well, that's actually upset a lot of folks on the right because a lot of them don't want H-1B visas granted freely. They want to make it harder to have a job in the United States of America, not easier for foreigners. And it's creating this rift between Donald Trump, who's calling Americans untalented, and his supporters who don't want him to bring in folks from abroad. Spread the word. We'll see what happens next. Follow along to update on all the news that you need to know about. More to come soon.
Now, why is MAGA mad with Donald Trump right now? Well, let's talk about it. It all goes back to those H-1B visas. Now, remember a couple of months ago, Donald Trump said, we don't need H-1B visas, right? Because remember, they raided the plant in Georgia, right? So, the Hyundai plant. So, he said, we don't need H-1B visa workers because we have workers here that can do these jobs. Fast forward to now, Trump is changing his tune again. Now, Trump says we need H-1B visas in America. Why? Because we can't find the talent here. That's what he said. And quiet is kept. I agree with him. There's no way you're going to find that type of talent in that knuckle-dragging world of MAGA. It's impossible. It will require education. MAGA thinks education is woke. So it's no damn way they're going to qualify for high-skilled jobs like that. And quiet as kept, I ain't surprised because the same people who thought 5G towers were mind control machines, they're not going to be qualified for high-skilled tech jobs. If America were a toolbox, right, H-1B visa holders would be like the precision instruments in there. And MAGA would be like that rusty butter knife you use to open paint cans. You know, it's there, but it's not built for the job. You get me? So they're mad, but Trump did not lie. He just reminded them that made in America doesn't mean qualified in America. And deep down, these people know they're not qualified. They just don't like hearing the truth from a man that they built a shrine for.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Something is shifting inside the MAGA movement, and this time it's not from the outside, it's coming from Donald Trump himself. In a recent statement, he said that America does not have enough talented people, and that single line has set off a storm among his own supporters. For years, guys, Trump's slogan has been "Make America Great Again." But now, many MAGA loyalists are asking, how can you say you want to make America great if you believe Americans aren't talented enough? So guys, you know, this unexpected remark has sparked anger, confusion, and disbelief across conservative media. Some supporters are calling it an insult. Others think it's a glimpse into how Trump really sees the people who built his movement. So guys, let me roll these clips, then I'll be coming back with more commentaries. Kindly let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned.
Donald Trump just put his supporters in the find out phase as he's now saying we have to import foreign workers because American workers don't have talent. Now, this was tonight in a continuation of his disastrous interview with Laura Ingraham, where the topic of the H-1B visa came up, and Donald Trump defended the continued use of it by saying this.
If you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent.
We have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have.
Yeah. No, you don't have talented people here. You don't. This right here is a complete betrayal of MAGA, of America First. And he told you guys, he didn't care about you. He only wanted your vote. He said that loud and clear. So now the question, MAGA, is do you continue to support him? If you do, you were never serious about the movement. It was all about him. Now's the time for you to put up or shut up. Congratulations.
Wait, did Trump just say America doesn't have enough talented people? Yeah, on Fox News, like with Laura Ingraham. In the interview, Ingraham asked if America should stop bringing skilled immigrants, right? And Trump replied, no, you don't have enough talented people here. So let's pause. This is the same man whose whole movement was built on America first, okay? Right? The same crowd chanting, "Make America great again." Now he's saying America isn't smart enough, great enough, you know? That's not just a, planter. That's a psychological towel. Authoritarians always need to devalue the people they rule, because if you think you're not good enough, you look to the strong leader to save you. So while his base is screaming, "We're the best," Trump is quietly planting, "You're not." It's emotional manipulation addressed as nationalism. If that's making America great again, or great, what does breaking America down even look like then? I don't know. But you tell me.
All right, breaking fuck the news, hitting you guys with some rapid fire shit. This is kind of funny. Trump receives MAGA backlash after telling Fox News there aren't enough talented Americans to fill certain jobs. This comes as after it has been talked about in media that there's a bunch of Chinese immigrants coming in to work a lot of tech jobs here in the United States. This was on Monday. Trump supporters are furious over recent comments from presidents suggesting immigrant workers are needed to fill certain high-key roles that he believes many Americans wouldn't be qualified for. In an interview on Monday with Laura Ingraham on Fox News, President Trump said the U.S. economy has to bring in talent, in some cases on the H-1B specialist visa program, which is popular in the tech world. When Ingraham pressed Trump that there were talented people in America companies could hire, the president batted down her comments. "No, you don't," he said. "You don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory and we're going to make missiles." The remarks have enraged MAGA supporters online who saw President's stance as a betrayal of his America First agenda to prioritize U.S. workers. Almost like it was a scam, baby. I'll keep you updated with more.
Listen to what Donald Trump just said about the American workforce. And this is really for all you MAGA people who think he's so pro-you. He don't think you good enough and trained enough to get that job at that manufacturing plant. So he needs an immigrant to do that. But I thought he was against the immigrants.
If you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
we have plenty of talented people
no,
here.
You don't. No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have. You don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, "I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles," or "I'm going to put
How did we ever do it before?
Well, let me
when you and I were
I'll give you an example.
Make up your mind, Donnie. Pick a side. I thought you was putting the immigrants out. But you also saying that the American worker isn't smart enough to do these jobs, that they got to be trained? Well, train them, old boy. I thought that was the American way. America first, right? Or nah, he don't give a damn about the American worker. He just be talking. He just be talking.
Did y'all watch the interview that Donald Trump did with Laura Ingraham? He's on there, sitting on there, saying out of his mouth as a United States president that the United States does not have talent, that there's no talent in this country, and that we need more foreign workers. This is the same man with an immigration policy to snatch people up off of the streets, out of courtrooms, out off of their jobs, in schools, children being stripped away, zip tied, all kind of craziness that is going on. And then you have the audacity to say that you would support more foreign workers, visas coming in, after you then got rid of all the labor, farm labor and construction and everything else that foreigners come over here and do. And now you're talking about now we need more of them because there's no talent in America? What jobs are you referring to? But this is what he thinks of the people he is supposed to govern, that there's no talent there. He does not care about himself. Hell, his wife is a foreigner. All of his wives was a foreigner. I think every last one of them was. American women didn't want that job. And you think that this man actually care about you? Absolutely not. Y'all are a clown, and so is he.
So guys, during a recent event, Trump was speaking about America's workforce and global competition when he dropped the bombshell. We just don't have enough talented people in America anymore. We therefore need foreigners to do this work. That one sentence hit like a thunderbolt. For a man who has built his political brand around American exceptionalism, this comment sounded out of character, almost like a criticism of the very country he vowed to restore. And supporters on social media quickly reacted. Some MAGA voters felt betrayed, saying they have spent years believing Trump was the only one who valued ordinary Americans. Others tried to defend him, arguing that he was simply highlighting a skills crisis in the country. But either way, the damage was done. Yes, and there were a lot of MAGA reactions. So, right-wing commentators lit up platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Rumble, and Truth Social. Some said Trump was losing touch with the people. Others accused him of echoing elitist talking points that MAGA once stood against. One conservative YouTuber said, "This isn't the Trump we voted for in 2016." That this is not the Trump we voted for in 2024. That Trump believed in the American worker. This one sounds like he's blaming us for the country's problems. Even long-time MAGA influencers seemed uneasy. A few asked if Trump is beginning to see himself as part of the elite he once attacked. The backlash reveals something deeper, a growing divide between Trump's original populist base and the newer, more corporate supporters surrounding him. So, what Trump might have meant, maybe what did he actually mean? Some insiders say that he was talking about the decline in technical education, the innovation and skilled labor in America, suggesting that the system has failed to produce enough engineers, scientists, and builders. If that's the case, his words may have been poorly phrased but not malicious. And however, perception matters in politics. When your movement is built on the idea that the forgotten man and woman of America are the backbone of the nation, calling them untalented hits differently. And the MAGA movement, known for its pride and loyalty, doesn't easily forgive words that sound dismissive. Behind the scenes, strategists say that there is a clear ideological split forming inside the MAGA camp. On one side, there are traditional populists, working-class Americans who rallied behind Trump's anti-establishment message. On the other side, there is a new group, national conservatives and political elites, who want to steer Trump's movement towards global power politics, away from grassroots activism. Trump's lack of talent comment may have unintentionally drawn a line between those two factions. And many MAGA followers now feel he is starting to sound like the politicians he once criticized, those who looked down on ordinary Americans while praising foreign talent. And the timing couldn't be worse, especially as speculation builds around Trump's 2028 ambitions. So Trump's political magic has always come from his ability to connect with the everyday American, to say what others wouldn't dare say. But this time, his own words may have created the biggest test of loyalty yet. Will MAGA supporters forgive and move on? Or will this be the moment they begin to question whether Trump still represents them? The 2028 campaign season hasn't officially started, but make no mistake, the cracks inside MAGA are showing, and this latest controversy might be the one that changes everything. So guys, what do you think? Was Trump right? Does America really lack talented people? Or did he just insult the same people who lifted him up? Guys, drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, kindly give the video a thumbs up, share the video widely, and subscribe for more breakdowns of US politics, power shifts, and public reactions. Hit that notification bell, because one thing is clear, the MAGA movement will never be the same again. Thank you. All credit belongs to the original creators of the video. This video is meant for educational purposes and commentary purposes as well. Be blessed and have a nice time. Until next time.